This is Katie with Homeschool Chat, and today I want to talk about homeschool lunches. Now, if you're like me, teaching is an all-encompassing job, and you find yourself um, being a parent slash teacher all day long from the time that you wake up until the time that all of your children are in bed. And then after they go to bed, you correct papers. So everybody does homeschooling differently. Some people are doing a K-12 program where they're online. Others are doing a co-op. There's so many different ways to do homeschooling. But I think one thing that we have in common is that we're very busy. Now, I've found that a lot of homeschool parents are not really frustrated, but just, let me think here. They're unsure of whether they're doing the best lunches for their children. One of the things that you need to think about is that when you're scheduling your homeschooling schedule, if you want to do a half an hour lunch or an hour lunch, I found over time that an hour lunch was best for me. But if I could prep a little bit, sometimes the half an hour lunch was good because it got the kids off of school a little bit earlier and didn't disturb the rhythm of homeschool. So think about whether you would like a half an hour lunch or a 1 hour lunch. Now let's talk about foods. First of all, usually homeschool parents are together, or your homeschool teacher, right, is together with your children. Now the question is whether you have your children help you prepare lunch or if you have your children do something else while you prepare lunch. And this is a personal preference. And it also depends upon what you eat as a family. Just as variegated as the different ways that you homeschool, how we eat varies. It varies from family to family because some people are very meat oriented. Some people don't mind fast food. Others prefer fast food. Some people want to cook the most healthy that they can all 3 meals, or eat the most healthy that they can for all 3 meals. Let's not forget, some people are vegan, some people are vegetarian. So what I'd like to do is give you some suggestions on how to do a quick lunch and maybe how to use that lunchtime to the homeschool teacher's advantage. So the first thing is, if you are wanting to do a quick healthy lunch and you're not opposed to fruits and vegetables, I suggest the pre-wash bag stuff. So you can do a pre-made salad. You can add things to the salad if you want, or you can just have the salad as a salad. Most people would suggest a protein with this. You can pair this up with nuts in a little dish, or you can put it together. This also comes in a bag. And also, I found that there's certain things that I prefer that are pre-washed. For instance, these little bags of carrots, they're pre-washed, so all I have to do is open up the bag and put it where I want it. Sometimes I slice these little things in half, sometimes I don't. A good vegetable protein combo, of course, is celery and peanut butter, and you can prep these. So let's for a second take a little side trip and talk about prepping. So if you want to prep a little bit for your week, you can take a little bit more time on your Monday, and you can have your children help you if you want to wash vegetables and fruits and get them washed up and ready for just easy grab and go stuff. Now, if you prefer granola bars, and I like it's called a Z bar. I think it's the Cliff Bar brand. I really like that as a snack bar. Those kinds of things can be like pre-made, ready to go. But if you want to prep a little bit so that you're having a vegetable, make sure you have your vegetables and your fruits and healthy meats, that kind of thing. You can do that in a little bit longer lunch on a Monday. Now, let's keep going along the vegetable and fruit line here. Bananas are good to include. They're good to include as a snack or as part of your meal for the fruit. They don't need to be washed. Same thing with oranges. I have a mandarin orange here. Doesn't need to be washed. Just peel it. And one of the things that was a favorite with me and my daughter is avocado. Avocado is one of those superfoods. So easy prep. You just wash the outside and then open it up, and you can actually eat it with a spoon. Divide it up amongst yourselves and then eat it with a spoon if you want. Some people don't like the texture of it, and that's okay. So some of the other things that you can do is you can make basically an egg casserole. What do they call that? A quiche. You can make up a quiche, and then you can cut it into bars. It works a little bit better than the muffin. You can do that same thing in a little muffin tin, and it's very cute little quiches in the shape of a muffin, and they're very easy to grab, and they're in serving size. But my daughter found that doing the bars is actually a little bit easier, and it's easier because part of the reason it's easier is you don't have to take the paper off of the muffin, which is your little egg quiche. So making quiche bars is easy. They're in serving sizes, whatever you want your serving size to be. You plop them on a plate, you plop them in the microwave, and then it's done. Eggs, I love eggs for lunches. I am the queen of breakfast burritos because I can whip up breakfast burritos in like less than 5 minutes. So don't ever underestimate the power of the egg, and also boiled eggs. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can do kind of snackish type things for lunch, and you can do cheese and crackers. It's not that much different than doing a Lunchable, and if you want to, you can add the meat with that. And if you're more of a traditional person for lunches, you can have your kids make sandwiches in the morning as if they were going to public school and bringing their own lunch. If you don't want your child to have sandwiches all week long, then that could just be one meal, one lunch. And peanut butter is excellent on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches as well as on crackers. So saltine crackers can be used as the cheese and crackers or peanut butter crackers. The other thing you can do for a quick lunch is the stew type soups, or any soup that you really like to eat as a meal. And I want to tell you really quickly a recipe that my mom had that works so well as a homeschool meal. So what she did was she took a bed of lettuce and she put it in either a bowl or on a plate, and then she put a mixture of, it wasn't ranch, it was mayonnaise, salt and pepper, and maybe a little bit of onion powder or onion salt, and mixed it up so that it was like a dressing. It didn't take very long to do it all. And if you were going to have more than one of these during the week, you could mix up a bigger amount. And then she would put this, it's Costco chunked chicken. She'd put that over the top, or she'd put the chicken on and then she'd put the dressing on the top. It was so good and super fast and easy, and what I felt like was super healthy. So those are some ideas. Think about what you as a family like to do for eating. I know that Chicken tenders are always good. You can plop those into the microwave really fast and heat them, as well as fish sticks. And also, if they are thawed, then you can fry them, but that takes a little bit longer, and then you have dishes. But if you need to do that because you have like 7 children, then that's the way to go. But once they're cooked, they're cooked. Let me see. Is there anything else that I want to talk about for lunches? You really just need to ask yourself what foods are important to you and what foods are important to you and your family, I guess you would say. What do you like to eat? What do you think is healthy? And pre-plan just a little bit. You can get ready. If you have an hour lunch, you can use your children to prep the first, say, 30 minutes if you're getting a salad ready or just a meal ready, and then eat for the last half hour. You can very quickly get something that's kind of pre-prepped. You can quickly put something together in maybe 15 minutes, and you can have a 45-minute lunch break if you desire. Now, what I like to do, and I did this from experience and it worked for me. When you have big kids and you have little kids, it's one thing to say, let's have lunch and then go out and play. Now, if your kids are used to going out and playing and they just, let's say you don't have any concerns about it and no children stay behind to talk to you about something important to them, then that's the great way to go. Just have lunch and have them go out and outside and play. Sometimes also the weather isn't what you want it to be. So what I've done, and it worked out really well for us, is we actually made our lunch together. And as we're eating our lunch, because, well, and that sounds so bad, but as we were eating our lunch, we would watch a TV show. Your favorite TV series that you want to watch with your children, or even a half of a movie or a quarter of a movie. The reason that I did that, I found that I did not get a lunch break when I just ate and then had my children have free time, for all ages of children. So I didn't really get a break. But if I had a TV show going, then it was kind of, it sounds really funny, but it was kind of a bonding moment for me and my children. And I got to rest and not have to answer any questions. And for some reason, not answering any questions was very restful for me. Then I could get revamped for or re-energized, I guess you'd say, for the rest of the school day. That's about all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.